I have a stutter, but most people don't know that. When I was a kid, I used to stutter when I was happy or excited, and I barely noticed it. But slowly I realized that there was something wrong with my speech, mainly because other people started noticing it, my classmates. They laughed at me and mocked me. I was being bullied. But I didn't tell anyone. Why would I? People would always tell me to speak calmly and think about what I was going to say before I said it. So why would I deserve help for something that was my fault? From then on, I wanted to cure my stutter myself. By not using certain hard letters and words, I was able to hide my stutter and speak fluently. And I came up with more tricks. I never ordered what I really wanted, I just ordered what I could say fluently. Or I pretended to not know the answer to a question. I even did my homework a certain way so that I was able to read it fluently at school. And I stopped drinking water at school so that I wouldn't have to ask the teacher if I could go to the toilet. Every decision evolved around hiding my stutter. I was constantly thinking about it and it was exhausting. Even my hobbies, presenting and acting, became my biggest nightmares. Then I finally got the courage to ask for help. But when I did that, people thought I didn't need help. Which is understandable. I mean, to them, I was a fluent speaker. But the stutters were still there, only in the words I never said. So that's why everyone thought I was perfectly fine. And I then tried to convince myself I was. And I also convinced myself that asking for help was attention seeking for a problem that didn't exist or that I had created. That it was all my fault. But I was still so scared of speaking, even more than before I started hiding it. So what did I achieve? I was hardly stuttering anymore, which was my goal, but I was still terrified to stutter. I didn't understand myself anymore, and I hated the stuttering and myself. It was weird, but I kind of hoped that my stutter would get worse, so I didn't even have the chance to hide it anymore. And that's what happened, as you can hear. What I just told you, I wrote exactly 1 year ago. 1 year ago I hid my stutter, and now, as you can hear, I don't. So, what happened? Well, I let the things I was most afraid of happen. I did a presentation, I introduced myself, I spoke to strangers, and I stuttered a lot. And yeah, it was embarrassing, but now that it had actually happened, it was less bad than feeling the fear itself. When it happened, I just laughed it off and said, yeah, I have a stutter. And I moved on. Wow. So from then on, I forced myself to voluntarily stutter when I met new people, so I would at least be comfortable speaking when I was around them. And that's how I gradually came out of the stuttering closet. I had all these new experiences with stuttering and I learned a lot. I wrote it all down, but it was too much to tell in this video. So that's why I summarized all the things I learned in a few short points. 1. It's not your fault, so why are you hiding this? Why are you embarrassed? This is just something that you have. Just like a blind person has to deal with blindness, you have to deal with stuttering. And is a blind person going to hide the fact that he or she is blind? No. that person just deals with it as best as he or she can. 2. What's the point in hiding your stutter if it makes you so scared of speaking in general? What do you get out of it? Why not just stutter then? 3. Whatever you do, people will judge you anyway. So why not just be yourself? 4. If you don't care, then no one does. If you stutter with confidence, if you let the other person know you are okay with it, then that person will be okay with it too. On the other hand, if you feel awkward about your stutter, then the other person will feel awkward too. So if you're not really confident yet, just fake being confident. It works. Fake it till you make it. 5. People who laugh at your stutter just need to be educated about stuttering, because most of the time they don't even realize that they are being mean. And if they are still mean on purpose, just proudly stutter in their face and show them that they can change the way you feel about yourself. And by the way, most people actually respect you for being so vulnerable and proudly showing your weaknesses. And some people even find stuttering cute. It's not. Stuttering's not cute. And most importantly, number 6, no matter how many therapies you will follow, no matter how many books about stuttering you read, you still have to face your fears on your own. So just do it right now. What are you waiting for? Don't waste any more time hiding yourself. So, I guess you can say you can learn a lot of things in 1 year if you just stutter. And yes, I'm still afraid to stutter sometimes, but at least I don't hide it anymore. At least I can be myself now. And I also made this video to remind myself of that. So I can watch this when I feel bad about my stutter. My name is Willemijn. I am 18 years old. I have blonde hair, blue eyes, and I stutter. I'm okay with it. I used to be proud when I didn't stutter, and now I'm proud when I stutter and don't care.